I am Dr. Denice Logan, maiden name Denise Thomas, a 1973 Muskegon Heights high school graduate. Now, high school is really interesting, and because some of you, if you are as old as I am, you may remember the year that Muskegon Heights High School went to the state basketball championship. And there was a cheerleader there with a nice afro on the front of the Detroit Free Press. And guess who that was? Yes, it was me, and I was boo-hooing, only because we had lost the game. So I felt that that was a very important part of my maturation process, but also of my academic life, because I had people like Dr. George Pordres, who taught algebra, who really showed me that it's possible. You can do algebra. Then I had, for instance, the principal who always told me I was a challenge, because he always told me that he never knew where I was going to come from next. So I guess that meant I was always thinking, so perhaps he also had to always think when encountering me. But I think it was really important then to know that there were people around me who supported me. People around me who perhaps saw potential, and they knew that that potential needed nourishment in order to be maintained. And they were there to provide that for me. So I really think that throughout that time, it's very important that any of you who may be listening to this know that support is needed. You are not an island, as my dad would oftentimes tell me, that you get along with others with this socialization skill that we learn throughout life. It never stops, it never ends, but we continue throughout life in a positive manner, but we always need support. Dr. Austin was an African-American family practice doctor. He always looked good. He was always well-groomed in his white coat. The last time I saw him was after a mouse had bit me when I was working, because I worked as a taxonomist at Muskegon Community College as I was waiting to go to medical school. And I had to have a tetanus shot. So I had that opportunity to see Dr. Austin. And it just reinforced my thinking as, I want to be like him. No, don't have to be a male. I want to be like him to help people. During college, when I left, as I graduated third out of my class, I thought, piece of cake. This will be easy. It wasn't. It took perseverance. It took hard work. So you will have to consider that graduating third out of the class at Muskegon Heights isn't much when you're competing with people or others who are graduating third out of their class from elsewhere. And so you had all cream of the crop. As I oftentimes will see life as a trolley. You're on the trolley. Different people get on and get off the trolley. And it's all meant to be. But you have to be able to hold on and be steadfast. Don't lose your focus. Don't lose your goal. And stay on the trolley. So a lot of the things that I do are because of that ultimate goal, or were because of that ultimate goal at the time. You should nurture potential. It has to sometimes be groomed. You just can't always see potential as it is. Potential has no color. But you also have to be able to nurture a certain amount of hope. You have to be able to give the love. I think in life, oftentimes, life moves so fast that we sometimes forget that. It has been such an interesting life and an eye-opening life for me, because I currently also, in addition to practicing medicine, I also teach at Michigan State. And we teach a class. The two classes that we teach are African American physicians, and we also teach a diversity class. And it has been so eye-opening to learn as I teach about things like racism. Because as I was growing up, I never really knew that there was racism. I think that my parents sheltered me to the extent where if I saw it, I didn't recognize it. Now I can, much better than before. And there are times when, if given the opportunity, you help those who come from that perspective. Because oftentimes they may not know, or oftentimes they may know, but they may feel uncomfortable when they also know that you know. And you're actually helping each other.